Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry. We were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Welcome to the Entrepreneur Impact Summit, presented to you by Chism Group, LLC, on That Will Never Work podcast. Today, I present to you Nicky Cuesta.
Welcome to the Entrepreneur Impact Summit. My name is Nicky Cuesta, and I am so honored to be here today to be able to share my story and how I became an entrepreneur. Now, since I was a little girl, I wanted to be everything under the sun. When I say everything, I mean everything. First, I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a choreographer, open up a studio one day, or travel all around the world and be able to dance on a stage in front of anybody and everybody who would watch. However, I was able to do that in my very young days as a student in dance for a Hispanic folk group in my elementary school back when I was 5. Did that for a couple years. Super loved it. Anybody that knows me absolutely knows that I love everything to do with dance. Shows, movies, anything. I still have the passion, but that wasn't my path. Now, becoming a basketball player wasn't an option because the WNBA wasn't out at the time that I was a teenager. But I still had love for the game. So I just continued to watch it and enjoy the different teams in the sport and the teamwork that goes on with that. Now, I always wanted to be an ice skater. However, that is still a dream. Unfortunately, it will not happen. I'll continue also to watch that on the tube. Working in an office. I wanted to be part of corporate America in a clean environment, having my own desk or my own office and becoming a manager, supervisor, whatever it was, that's what I wanted to do. Now, never once as a child did I ever say I wanted to own my own business. I didn't even know that that was a possibility, which is kind of strange because you're always told that you can be whatever you want to be and do whatever you want to do, just put your mind to it. But then there's all these other things that happens in your life that you kind of deteriorate from that possibility. And it could be an array of things. It could be things happening in the household. It can be just not wanting to pay student loans. It could be a lot of different barriers. Now, I was born in Chicago, Illinois. Great family, great group of friends that I was always surrounded by, very supportive. I enjoyed everything about my life. I believe I had a good life. My parents were awesome. I had my siblings, my cousins, my friends, and not a care in the world. However, let me just tell you a quick funny story before we continue. In my senior year of high school, my parents decided to go to Philadelphia and New York for, I believe, 3 weeks. So they were out there visiting their parents that they hadn't seen in a while. Now, we were super excited for them, but little did we know, we had a little rude awakening once they came home. In May of 2000, my parents came back home, and again, reminder, I was in my senior year, and they advised that they were going to move to Philadelphia in August of the same year. So we had the choice if we wanted to go. And of course, we were like in shock, couldn't believe it. How could we leave behind everything we knew, all our friends, our family that still lived there? So we kind of slept on the idea for a few days, and we gave them our blessings. We really wanted them to be able to explore a new state, and it was kind of an advantage for us. Like if we ever wanted to leave Chicago, we always had a place to go for vacation. So after a couple of trips back and forth to Philly and Chicago, I decided to actually make the change in 2001, just looking for an opportunity with a new scene where no one knew my name, just kind of start all over. Not that anything bad was going on in Chicago, but I just felt like I was just staggered. I had my job, I had a car, but there was just something missing, which was the best decision that I could have ever made. I met my wife of 18 years now. I had my son, who's now 15, and went back to school to gain all the multiple degrees, certifications, and licenses that I was able to obtain, which was pretty amazing. The idea of becoming my own boss started about 2003. I knew whatever I wanted to do, I had to take the time to do the research and be able to educate myself in every way so that I can be successful. So my first stop was Job Corps. I took a business technology course that was about 12 months long. I finished it in 8 months. Went off to community college, and I was going to start my real estate, my 2 courses that I needed for real estate. However, I had a death in family that I had to fly to Chicago in 2004, so I was not able to finish that. Then I had an empowerment group, which was a community business certification program. It showed us how to start and market our business. We had great ideas to start a business that would start up, but the cost was way too high at the time. So my aunt flew me to Vegas for 4 months to help her with her filing system, building her website, and some payment services that she needed some help on. So that was like the first taste of being able to possibly manage a business, which was super exciting, of course, because now all these ideas are flowing in my head. Like, I can do this, and, you know, how would this be? But I came back to Philadelphia and kind of lost all my motivation. I wasn't financially prepared to get into a business or start anything, or at least I thought. So I got a job. I got a job in corporate America. Just what I wanted, guys. I applied for a great company called Health Partners Plans. It was a managed care organization that provided healthcare services. At this time, I had no healthcare experience. They took a chance on me based on my personality and what I had to offer. I had nothing to compare it to. But let me tell you that I took full advantage of coming to a new company with no background, no experience. So I soaked everything up. I adopted and created my talents and my skills that I possess today. During my 14 years there, I served as a customer service representative for 8 of those years, and 6 years in the company. The last 6 years, I served as a pre-cert coordinator, which were the best years of my life. I met some amazing people, and I'm so glad that I'm able to take those relationships with me throughout my lifetime. I was able to obtain my degree in health information technology, thinking that I was going to stay in the healthcare business. I thought they would have to drag me out of the company. I mean, I loved it so much. I love what I did. But again, there was still something missing. My personal development was growing, and it just needed more. Now, I felt that was my temporary future, for my current future, to get me prepared for what was about to happen and what was about to change. So 2015 was my next step. I got my real estate license. But shortly after that, due to the demand at my job, I had to kind of put it on the shelf. I was working on various projects and initiatives, and again, I value the work that I put out there. So it was very important for me to be able to participate at 100%. So real estate was kind of put on the back burner. But have you ever asked yourself, what do you have to do to position yourself for greatness? I don't want to be great for just myself. I want to be great for others and let others know that they can be great too. Now, 2020 was the year, my year. Through all our pain and the world's pain, I felt it really opened up people's eyes to tap into their talents and find new ways to look at opportunities. My mindset started to shift, and it started to shift quickly. Not like I wanted to at the time, but it really did. And that's when NC PA Notary was born. That is my full-time entrepreneur, I wouldn't say job, business, I'll say business, that I do full-time. That brings in the money right now. Let's see. So I also have a lifestyle club that includes health, wellness, and travel. I reinstated my real estate license due to lots of people that requested it in my sphere, which I am truly excited to be able to jump into that. Now, my biggest achievement was investing in myself, my education, my knowledge, and my awareness of my skills. Now I wake up every day and I ask myself, what do I have to do to continue to position myself for greatness? That's just a constant thing that I'm just doing every day because I just want to be able to motivate others to do the same. So I'm proud to say that through my hard work and determination that in October of 2020, I was able to resign from my 14-year career in the healthcare industry to grow my Notarial Services business to the world as a full-time entrepreneur. It has been a dream come true that now I can get time to myself. I have peace and time for my family, which are all the great things that you look for when you want to work for yourself. It's still not easy. There's still a lot of work to be done, but now it's at your own pace, at your own time. So let me just go back to some of the things that held me back all those years. So we're talking about my dream starting in 2003, but me not actually making a move to 2020. So let me just go over a few things that we kind of do to ourselves that hinder us from making that move. So we lack to plan. We need to have a plan, and we need to have a plan fast. We should always have goals and ready to attack them at any time. Lack of finances. We need to start budgeting and being able to put those funds away for when you really want to make those things happen. I believe the fear to start and the fear to fail are probably some of the most biggest things. We also tend to make a lot of excuses as to why something's holding us back, as to why now is not the time. There's never a perfect time. Just know that when that idea hits your head, you need to run and you need to get it done because you'll just never know. I rather say, I tried that, I failed, that's probably not in my wheelhouse, great story. While I was with Health Partners Plans, I had a pharmacy technician course that I took, which kept me away from my family every Thursdays for about 3 hours. So I was there from like 6 to 9, didn't get home till 10. So I did that for about a year. And then when it came to testing, I'm like, okay, this is definitely not for me. I just didn't want to go into the pharmacy world, business, or anything like that. So, but at least I tried. At least I took that initiative to kind of learn the business and learn that, no, that wasn't for me. Another thing is procrastination. Procrastination has always been part of my life and probably will continue to be, but I've learned to manage it. I've learned to say to myself Nikki, you need to get this done. And it needs to be done soon. So let's not procrastinate. Even if you're tired, if you have other things going on, you need to prioritize, organize, do whatever it is you have to do, but get it done. Now, another great thing, and the last thing I'll touch on this, is self-doubt. There is no other craziness than us doubting ourselves and what our abilities are and what our gifts are and what was given to us as a gift, whether it be a listener, a speaker, a dancer, an ice skater, a motivational speaker, a coach, a life coach, anything. We cannot doubt ourselves. We need to try. That is a major thing. But there are pros and cons to everything in life, and being an entrepreneur is no different. It's probably the largest list you will have to weigh your decisions on. It's just true. That's how it is. So let me go through a few pros and cons. Becoming your own boss is a huge pro. That means that you can do what you want, however you want it, in the way that you want to do it. So you don't have to call anybody to say I'm calling out. I am, what else? What else are some things that you have to tell a boss? Like, I don't even know anymore, but let's just go on to a risk. Now, a con for that is that you do take a risk. Now you're the boss. Now people are looking up to you. So it's important that you do not drop the ball if you want to have a successful business. So there's a lot of risk. There's financial risk. There's reputation. There's an array of things, but you have to be mindful of what those risks are so that you can avoid them at any cost. Now, another pro is managing your own time. Being able to set your schedules and being able to do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want it. It's another big deal as to why I decided to take that leap of faith after many years of trying to convince myself that I can do it and there's nothing stopping me. But you know, that 9 to 5 kind of is, you know, secure. Those are checks coming in every day, every 2 weeks, a week, whatever it is that you get paid. But having a peace of mind was a big deal for me. Being able to spend more time with my family and do more things around the house and time for myself. Let's just go to another con. A con could be loss, any type of loss. Again, financial, loss of friendships, relationships, family members, for, again, a slew of reasons. Now, you have to be prepared for that as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. It's not going to be all peachy as we always think, but it can, you know, you just have to be able to adjust to any situation. Another pro, creating the amount of finance. Now, in corporate America, in a 9 to 5 job, there's a cap. There's a level, there's a ceiling where you can only make but so much. You get so much raises every year, which that only covers for your medical expenses. So, but you would need to invest a lot of time and education to even be able to be considered for management, CEO, executive, vice president. Just those are some different levels that people shoot for in corporate America. Now, there's still a cap. Once you get up there, there's kind of really nowhere else to go. Now, with being an entrepreneur, it's all how much you put into it. You can work your behind off until you can hire someone to work their behind off and you still get paid. Now, would it be as much as you would if you did it yourself? Probably not, but it's still something called passive income. It's still something that just comes in no matter what's happening. Your business is still going. So there is no ceiling, there's no cap, and no one can tell you how much you can or cannot make. Now, the last thing we'll touch base on that's a con is non-believers. It's just the nature of the game. You're going to have people in your life that's not going to believe that you can do it. Why? Because we have tried again and again, and they're probably thinking that we're going to fail. So you have to be ready for those non-believers, that when you're 100% committed and into it, that you get it done. Because remember, this is your future. No one else can do it for you. But I just have to say that I don't care what anybody thinks. It's time for you. And it's time for me, and I'm super excited I was able to share all of this with you, and I hope you're motivated and pumped to go out there and live your dream. And I always say, always continue to think big. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you.